Hello students, today we are going to start another topic in human capital formation, that is we are going to study about education sector in India, as well as we are also going to study few important terms, and with that we will complete this human capital formation chapter complete. This is also a very important topic in human capital formation, that is education sector in India. So children, if you remember, in my previous video I just mentioned you that our education system is 100 years old, and since 100 years old we are following the same system of education. So let's see in today's video what the government has changed, means not the system, government has not changed the system, but what are the government's plans and policies in the education system right from 1950 till as on today. So let's begin today's video. See children, human development is based on the idea that education and health are integral to human well-being. Means our development, human development means our development. It is based on an idea that education and health, they both together play what? They play a good role in the well-being of human beings. Why? Because only when people have the ability to read and write, मतलब जैसे ही जब लोगों के पास एबिलिटी होगी कि वो रीड एंड लिख सके या पढ़ सके, ओके, then they will have the ability to lead a long and healthy life. Then if the person are able to read and write, then they will have the ability to lead a long and healthy life. They will be able to make other choices which they value. वो लोग और भी बहुत सारे choices कर सकते हैं if they wish for that. For that, what is most important? Means human development is only possible with the development of education and health. This is the meaning. So just understand this thing very clearly. They will be able to make other choices which a person values. This is the meaning of this. Now children, see, education is very essential component of expenditure on human capital. This you have already studied in the previous video, means how the government is spending money on education in the human formation or human capital. Means हमारे लिए government is spending the money on education. See children, education implies the process of learning at 3 levels. It implies the process of learning at 3 levels. Namely, first is primary or secondary level, second is secondary and senior secondary education level, and the last is higher education, that is colleges and universities level. So one by one we will discuss all these three primary education levels which have been introduced by government, and then few important terms. So let us start with this first one, primary or elementary education. See, now the concept of this primary education or elementary education is what, you know, it is what? It is the basic education in which you get from classes 1 to 8. यहाँ पे जो education है, primary education, it begins from which class? It begins from classes 1 to 8. Education which you get from class 1 to class 8 is known as elementary education. Once again I repeat, the education which you receive or which the children receive from class 1 to 8, that is known as primary education or elementary education, and the age limit approximately for that classes is 6 to 14 years. Means the students who study from class 1 to 8, approximately their age limit is 6 to 14 years. मतलब वो 6 से 14 years तक के age group में वो सारे बच्चे आते हैं, and they receive what? They receive primary or elementary education. So to get this education, the age limit is what? 6 to 14 years. In India, 97% of children receive this education. See children, nearly 97% of children are receiving what? Are receiving this primary education. Okay. So according to the data, what is being given to us. Okay. Now here 97% means what? This much percentage is enrolled, means this much percentage of children are enrolled in the primary education, only enrolled. It's not that full 97% are attending the school daily. We can't say that 97% of children are daily attending the school and getting the education. No, they are just enrolled. 97% of children have just enrolled. Enrollment means how much percent of children are registered, you can say. But actually, are they studying for the complete 6 years? क्या वो लोग वाकई में 6 years तक अपनी education complete कर पाते हैं क्या? This we are not sure. Okay, I am not saying that this is the correct thing. Majority of students take the admission, okay, and at least in class 1 at least they take the admission, but we are not sure that whether they take the education for the complete 6 to 8 years or what. We are not sure. Around 12 lakh schools are opened in India which are providing elementary education as per the data of 2002. Means these are being provided by government. Now see children, what is the government policy in this elementary education? The government is providing what? Government's policy is right to education. You might have seen in primary school, for the children of age to 14, government has made it mandatory or compulsory, you can say, that all children who fall below the age of 14 years have the right to education. So in this policy of right to education, government brings different schemes. Why? So that the children at least come to the school. For that, they have also launched another plan, midday meal, etc. So these are the plans and policies which are provided, or you can say started by the government for the children of the age group of 6 to 14, so that at least primary education should be received by maximum number of children in our country. So 97% of children are already enrolled. Enroll means they are registered, but we are not sure how many of them are really attending the classes, you can say. Initially they come to class 1 and they join that, but how long they continue, that very few people are doing this. Next is what? Secondary education. Next level in the education process is what? Secondary education. Now see children, secondary education and senior secondary education means what? It comes, students comes from classes 9 to 12. Okay, that means their age limit is 14 to 19 years. All the students who study from classes 9 to 12 fall under which category? Senior secondary or secondary education. Here number of students have increased. Okay, here I said what? 97% are registered for the primary education. Here number of students have increased from 15 lakhs to 452 lakhs. I mean to say, when you compare the data from 1950 till the recent data, that is 2002 or somewhere 2016. So the number of students have increased from 15 lakhs to 452 lakhs. Now one important role is being played by whom? Is being paid by Navyodaya and KV. Why? Navyodaya and KV is what? They are the government schools and they follow all these plans. So what these schools are doing, ये सारे programs को सबसे ज़्यादा lead कौन कर रहा है? Navyodaya and KV. These schools are leading all the plans which is being started by government. मतलब जो government की तरफ से authorized हैं, वो कौन सा school है? Navodaya and KV, that is Kendriya Vidyalaya. So they both are playing an important role in the senior secondary education, which is being started by government. So these two schools play an important role in the government's plans and policies. Last is higher education. Higher education means what? What comes under this? All the colleges and universities. So the number of students registered in this higher education is 130 lakhs as per the data of 2012. Now here the government expenditure of GDP is how much? 1.5%. It was 1.5% in the year 1950. Now it has increased to 3.1% as per the data of 2016. It means what? Expenditure on education of GDP. मतलब गवर्नमेंट अपनी GDP का कितना परसेंटेज ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर है वो एजुकेशन पे खर्च करती है. सो 1950 में वो कितना था? 1.5% ओनली. Up to 2016, that percentage has increased what? 3.1%. Means government हम अपनी खुद की GDP के जो खर्चे हैं, जो expenses निकलते हैं एजुकेशन के लिए, उसमें से गवर्नमेंट कितना निकाल रही है? निकालती थी 3.1% in 2016. Now as per the latest data, if you see children, मतलब पूरी population का वो पार्ट होता है, ठीक है? So now the latest data is what? 4.6% of expenditure is received. As on today, 4.6% of expenditure of GDP government is spending on what? Education. And very soon it will go to 6%. Okay? इसका मतलब out of 100, government is spending how much? 4.6% of GDP on education as on today, and it is going to increase to 6% in the coming days. So this is all about higher education, and this is all about the process of learning. At education, 3 levels process of learning are there: primary or elementary education, secondary or senior secondary education, and the last is what? Higher education. Now see, some important terms I am talking about in this video. Some important terms means what? First important terms which comes to you is what? Gross enrollment ratio. Gross enrollment ratio is nothing but the number of percentage of children which are registered for receiving the education. Here 97% of children, as I told you, in primary sector education are receiving. So this 97% is what? It is the gross enrollment ratio. Second is human resource development. Human resource development means HRD. All of you know the meaning. We are the humans. Resource means we are our country's resource. मतलब हम हमारी country के लिए resource हैं और हमारा development होना. So government is making ways in human resource development means हमारे development के लिए और हमारी economy के development के लिए कैसे हमें अपने आप को develop करना है. Being the resources. Why? Because we are the resources of our country. Next is what? Literacy rate. Now everyone knows what is the meaning of this literacy rate. Literacy rate means what? Percentage of people, those who can read, write and understand. Okay? Percentage or above means people, those who can read, write or understand any one language. Now you all are very much well aware that in our country, Kerala is having the highest literacy rate. It is having 93.9% of literacy rate. Getting it? 93.9% of literacy rate means in Kerala, 93.9% are able to read, write and understand. And you will be very much shocked to learn that most of them are able and speak and understand one language, that is English, which is a very good thing. And the least literacy rate in India is in Bihar. It is how much? It is something 63% in Bihar. Means out of 100, only 63% of people are able to read, write and understand any language. So this is our country's data, and this is all about education sector in India. With this, we complete our human capital formation chapter complete. Thank you.